In this third exercise, we're going to check out the pencil tools and the different brush tools available to us. In the pencil tool, you can modify the size, the shape, as well as the style of the pencil. Go ahead and draw number 3, and notice that you can also choose pencil types. Straighten is going to be very effective for us if we want to have lines that autocorrect. So notice that they automatically straighten. We can also use this function to autocorrect shape. So if I draw a circle, a square, or a triangle, it turns into a much nicer shape. Next, we're going to check out the smooth function, and this will just smooth our lines and gives a much more natural look to the line that we're drawing. And if we go to the pencil mode for ink, it just gives a even more natural look, almost like you could get with a stylus. Now there are multiple paintbrush features in this program. We're going to look at those next. Just want to point out before we move on that in the pencil you can change the styles and you can change the look of that pencil. And now we're going to head over to the first paintbrush, the classic paintbrush. We can change the size, and we have presets, different types of brushes that we can use, and each preset has its own look and feel. Now this is still a pretty limiting tool. So recently Adobe Animate has added the fluid paintbrush, which gives us the option to customize our brush and really change everything from the angle to the taper to the size to the roundness of the brush. So play around and check out all of these different features so you are just aware of what they can do and the differences between the classic paintbrush and the new fluid paintbrush. For section 3, I'm going to ask that you draw overlapping shapes so that you have different areas that are closed that you can fill, and start filling these in with different colors. We're going to look at how we can modify these regions using the selection tool and the sub-selection tool. So our next step is to see if we can modify the line. And I just want to point out that the drawing is going to act like an object. So we can change the line not through the stroke color, but through selecting the line, and then we can auto change the fill color to change the line color, which makes it a little different. We can also use the selection tool, and if you click, you'll notice that you can modify different parts of the line. And that's because, again, the line's acting like an object rather than as a line. If we go to the sub-selection, we can actually see all the different vector points that make up this object, and we can modify every single vector point. And that makes this a very useful tool if we want to customize drawings, change the thickness or width of a line or form, and it just gives us a lot of customizable features that we don't have in some of the other tools.